Guten Tag, Minecraft fans, it's Collins, and we're back on Feed the Beast Ultimate Pack, playing with some cool stuff. So over here we got our blast furnaces from Railcraft, and then I built this rock crusher. So this is pretty small, it's actually 12 blocks. Make 12 of these rock crusher blocks, you make 4 of them at a time. And then we got some power down here. We got some more power converters, so we just have Buildcraft power coming in, and then an energy bridge, and then it ties into our main line of high voltage that's running around. And I've been using this because what did I do with, I can't remember what I did with gravel, but you can turn cobble into gravel, and that gives me something to do with all my extra cobble. Kind of makes a little explosion sound, that's kind of cool. Yeah. And I kind of ran out of room to fit it, so I just tied it right in with the little ladder over there. It's got a little explosion every time it goes off. I didn't hear that before. That's kind of cool. We still got a lot of biofuel. I was actually making quite a bit more than what I thought, and I've been manually throwing some stuff in the squeezer to get more seed oil instead of biofuel. And just pop some stuff out of here and throw it manually into the squeezer. That way it doesn't get, not as much gets used to make biofuel. This thing's crazy, this bioreactor. Makes lots of biofuel. So we got extra biofuel, so I switched out, I let all of the hobbyist steam engines run out of charcoal. We got the charcoal thing disabled here. It's not doing anything. And we got the combustion engines hooked up. And I've got the same pipe signal off of the MFSU here. Oh, it's actually charging up. So this is basically if the MFSU is not full, it'll put out this blue pipe signal, and then the gates down here, the blue pipe signal turns on a red pipe signal. Blue pipe signal, redstone signal, and the redstone signal is what turns all the engines on. So we got combustion engines back. I thought I only had 5, I had 7 of them. So we put all 7 of them in here. And they're using some of the excess biofuel, because I've been draining more biofuel than I was charcoal, so we're using the biofuel instead of the charcoal. I can kind of switch these back and forth to depending on whether I have extra biofuel or extra charcoal. It's kind of cool. And then we set up the alvearies. So I got we did the first 2. Let's take a look at these. So I mentioned this when I built the alvearies. So I have an Imperial Queen and an Industrious Queen, and these are the first 2 I put in the alvearies because they produce the pollen and royal jelly, and you need pollen and royal jelly to make alvearies. So by putting these in the alvearies, the first 2 alvearies, their production goes up, and then I can more quickly make more alvearies. And then we got redstone and iron in there, and I put copper and tin in the last 2 down there that I just built. And I got these little blocks here set up. I changed all this around. I was having a hard time with this. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get frames to automatically go in the frame housing. So frame goes up, and then all these other pipes are set up to move frames and kind of block everything else. Put frames up, and everything else goes forward. Frames go out. This is set to the lamp is just there as a placeholder to block anything else from coming through. So I move the wooden pipe from here to the back side, and then it pushes into here. And because nothing can go yellow and green, everything's only going to go this way. And then it goes back around to the next one. And that way, basically, I can put frames in this chest down here, and they will go through, and 2 frames go in there, 2 frames go in there, 2 frames go in there. That's kind of the idea. Still kind of a work in progress, but that's what we got. We're trying to automate the frames. We're not quite there yet. And then let's take a look up on the surface. So building the alvearies, we got some room that we took up. So I chopped down my I had a greatwood tree. Chopped that down, which is not a greatwood oak. It's actually one of the Thaumcraft trees. We'll move it somewhere else. I don't really use it for anything. It's more decorative, so maybe we'll put it outside of our chunk border, like over here, or I don't know, somewhere. and then I was playing with the covers for these. So we've got spruce and oak, and this is birch. I think they kind of look cool. I just want to try them all out, and maybe we'll figure out which one we want to do. And the other cool thing is like this is one of the oak trees I put up just to throw up an oak tree, and you can see if I mouse over this up by the mini map, it says birch leaves, and then wait, it's birch? Oh yes, it is. And then this says tile.leaves.0, so there's a bug in the display for that, but I think that's one of the tree breeding things that happens when you have bees around. And you can see these alveoles are big. The flowers go everywhere. So flowers lots of places. It's craziness. Yeah, so we got the slab covers and stuff like that. And I turned the turtle tree farm back on just because, just to try to get some more charcoal. In fact, where's our charcoal at? 436. I broke a block in the solid fuel boiler and it started over again, and it was actually I broke a block and then put it back and it was bugged out where it was using extra fuel. And then you saw up here the little Thaumcraft thing. So there's a Thaumcraft node in here. In fact, let's take a look. So inside my charging pouch I've got the goggles, and we'll take this out because we might need that in a second. So if we look at the node here, we've got 430, you can see bottom left corner, 430 of 429 and moderate flux. So I tried to figure out what to do to bring the flux down, and I built these crystal clusters. I got Viz ones, I made like a bunch of different kinds, and they're down in the chest, but I put a whole bunch out here, and it was like 500 and something to 429. It way overproduced aura in here, and that caused a whole bunch of flux, and it caused some craziness to happen. So over here is another aura node, and this one I boxed in too, and this is the craziness that happened. So look at this thing, 225 of 217, and I had another crystal cluster on top of here, and it was generating more aura, and I took it down because it's generating too much. We got lots of flux. So I think I have another wand, but we're using this one up, so I think I have enough in here to blow these guys away. Is there one more? There's only one in there. Okay. So I got lots of these guys. Luckily I got them boxed in. This is just a regular glass viewer. You make this with iron and regular glass blocks. I don't really need the warded glass. It'd be kind of cool to have the warded glass just to see what it looks like and stuff, but I don't really need it. And this is just normal wispy essence. Tons of wisps spawn in this thing, especially since I put the cages in. Now that I have these little closure cage things, they spawn all over. And I kind of just made this to have a walkway, and the obsidian pressure plates, the iron doors I got from the abandoned, or the stronghold, where our end portal is. And then I made these obsidian pressure plates, and they only work when players step on them, so nobody else can set them off. And then we got another node over here. Look at this crazy thing. This is just nuts. So the aura over here is 379 to 378. This one's way higher too. It's like 400 something. You can hear them in there. Look at how many does it show in there? There's like 6 of them. I'm gonna die or something. Let's eat some food. My wand's probably gonna run out too. Oh, this is... Oh, yeah! Jeez. Latest death. Awesome. Yeah. So... oh! Catch the ladder. No jetpack. Dang it. Yeah. So, crazy aura issues around here and flux issues. So, we got the backup. Let's grab those and another jetpack. And I got backup wand in here. This one right there. We'll get to these things in a second. It's getting dark, isn't it? Oh, I walk so slow. I want my boots back. Hey, can we do this? Oh, Oh yeah. The boots of the traveler. Gotta have those back. Oh man. I love those things. Alright, let's try the other wand, and then we got that one as a backup. What other cool stuff can we grab? Anything else we can get back? Got some XP. See, the boots of the traveler, Thaumcraft boots, you can actually walk up a block, so I don't have to jump, I just walk up a block. Now that I have those, it's so handy. More, 2 more. Alright, let's get our health back. They're not aggressive. Oh, man. So much death. So much fail. Yeah, so welcome back to Feed the Beast. Oh boy. Charging pouch. Okay, let's put the spare jetpack and the extra armor back in the charging pouch, so that way it's there if we die. And we're not wearing the goggles now, we're wearing the good helmet. And I think we can take these guys out now. Is there one more? I got both of them. Nope, one more. Oh yeah. Okay. Waypoints. I don't need that anymore. High flux out here now because of the little crystal clusters, and they weren't. Wisps were not spawning out here until I built this cage. So maybe the cage is doing something. I don't know. Either way, the wisps are contained in this thing. So these are my 3 big clusters. There's another huge cluster somewhere, but I think it's underground because I couldn't find it. So yeah, lots of Thaumcraft issues. Crazy. It's been kind of mad out here. And I did actually die another time off camera. One of the things that I've been doing, so you saw last episode I did some Gregtech stuff. We actually have a bunch of Gregtech, and I'm trying to get my stuff to charge back up. So we are able to do some upgrades, I think. Let me see if I have this right. Ooh, chrome plates on the bottom? I hope that's right. Oh, son of a beach. Okay. I know I had all the parts for this. Titanium plates. Oh, chrome plates, suck it. Greg, you suck. Okay, titanium. So down here in the Gregtech basement, I had 2 titanium ingots and the little extra Gregtech chest. And we just have to turn those into titanium plates, the right plates. Titanium plates. Alright. There we go. Let's go back up. Can you see this madness in the mini-map over here? Can you see that on the mini-map? Where's that? There it is. More frickin' wisps. They're everywhere. It's a wisp invasion. Okay. Titanium plates. And we got a diamond drill. So this holds 10,000. That holds 10,000. It doesn't hold anymore. But I will be able to mine stuff that needs diamond, and I lost my enchant, but that's not a big deal. I believe this is... oh, I did it right. Advanced chainsaw. Holds 15,000 EU. 10,000 EU. So I know this one does more damage. I'm gonna probably chop down trees faster, and I didn't have any chance on this. So now we got an advanced chainsaw and a diamond drill. And is it charging? Are you charging? Okay, 1,500, 15,000, 10,000. Okay. Inventory madness. Okay, put you back. I gotta have this organized the way I used to, otherwise it will mess me up. Alright, we got upgrades. Sweet! And we're gonna kill more wisps, because they're everywhere. It's a wisp invasion. It is a crazy mad wisp invasion. 2 more! 2 more! Okay. I lived to tell about that one. See, and these don't even have any special Thaumcraft stuff properties to them. They're just regular wisps that are spawning because the flux is too high. The other day I got poisoned. It rains all the time now. I got thunderstorms. So we're going to do another sanity check. No wisps in that one. No wisps in that one. Yeah. Oh. There's probably something in Gregtech that broke stuff. I'm going to blame it on Gregtech. Yeah. Oh, I don't want ender pearls in inventory. That's actually how I died. We'll get to that in a second. Let's see. Alright, so we upgraded our chainsaw and our drill. And as I mentioned before, this is the overflow chest. So in the overflow chest, stuff that doesn't get into anything in the sorting system goes into the overflow chest. And what I did is I went and took the turtles to the nether. And you saw me mention before, I put down a world anchor and it loads a 3x3 chunk, so it loads 9 chunks, which is like 48 blocks wide. I tried to get one turtle to mine the whole 48, and that was taking forever, so I stopped. So I took 4 turtles and had them mine 24 by 24 each, so 4 of them would do that. And I spaced it wrong, so one turtle gobbled up my other turtle. I thought he was gone, but he wasn't. And then I got all of these nether ores. And we're going to figure out what to do with these, because I think we can Gregtech these and get more stuff out of them than we could normally. So in the nether, when I actually sent all the turtles through, one of the things I did was I completely filled this iron tank with lava. And I've been trying to figure out some use for it. So I have this igneous extruder, and I was just using it to make extra obsidian. But now we're just making some smooth stone to bring our smooth stone back up. The Gregtech stuff. So I figured out some of the Gregtech stuff, and this is how I figured out the best way to do Gregtech. The best way to do Gregtech is to find stuff you want to build. Like I wanted to build a diamond drill, so I look up the recipe for diamond drill. It needs diamonds and a mining drill and an event circuit, which I know I can make, but it needs these titanium plates. And then I just have to figure out the recipe for those, and they come from ingots, which you put in a plate bending machine. And those come from titanium dust. And titanium dust comes from tiny piles of titanium dust, which you get from putting bauxite in an electrolyzer and have a ton of bauxite. So that's how I went down that road. And there's industrial electrolyzer. Oh, and then I wanted to build this grinder. So to build a grinder, I need to build some other stuff, and I looked at the recipe for building a grinder, worked my way down, and realized I need an industrial blast furnace. I have a regular blast furnace from Railcraft upstairs up there, but that only makes you can make steel, but that's about it. So the industrial blast furnace makes other stuff, and in order to make all that, I needed an implosion compressor. So we made an implosion compressor. Implosion compressor. Yes, I can say it. And this little thing is chewing through my charcoal like mad now that I put the high pressure boiler blocks in there, but that's fine. And you can actually feed into a steam boiler. You can feed it lava, but only in buckets. So I was trying to do something with my turtles, and this ender tank is hooked up to the lava machine. I was trying to make him fill buckets up. Didn't work out right. Still a work in progress there, so we're just using the charcoal that we got over here. And I actually got 2 of these grinders. And what did I do? I had an item frame. I had item frames down here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so I died a couple times. Here's one of the ways I died. I was aiming at something with my bow, and usually what you can do is you can scroll wheel off. So I'm going to scroll down and it will select my stake, and that will keep me from shooting an arrow. I have my inventory like this, and I scrolled up, and you can see in my inventory the ender pearls there, and I threw an ender pearl and fell and died. Didn't get it on camera though. And the other thing I did is I built 2 of these industrial blast furnaces, and I set one down, and I right-clicked it to look at it, and what happened was there's an auto inventory thing in NEI, I think it is. Like with dirt blocks, if I do this, I only had one dirt in my inventory, and it put the other ones in there automatically. I think that's NEI that's doing that. But it did that when I placed my blast furnace, and so I placed another one, and it happened to be on the other side of the MV transformer, and it blew up, and that's what took out the solid fuel and steam box. I was really pissed about that, and I also didn't get it on camera. So I put all that back in place, and I ended up having to tear down half of this thing just to keep it from... I think it's still glitchy. I might have to tear the whole dang thing down, because look how fast it's using fuel. Is it supposed to use it that fast? I had to look this stuff up on the wiki and watch videos and stuff to figure out how these dang things work. It's not very intuitive from here, but this industrial grinder block gives you the layout, but it doesn't tell you what they are. So you have to kind of guess that this little green dot means put the industrial grinder on the outside, the blue dot in the middle means water, and then these are these are the standard machine casings, and then the reinforced are the dark ones. And this one does it give? You can mix and match the casings in this, but you need them for certain temperatures, and there are 2 lava source blocks in the middle of this. I looked it up online, because apparently if you build... So I got 9 standard machine casings down there and 1 more up here, so I got 10 standard, and the rest are these reinforced, and that's enough to give me 2,000 heat right now, and then there's some coil thingies you can put in these industrial blast furnaces to upgrade them, and then that'll get me to the max heat without having to build any of those like highly advanced or advanced machine blocks, the pink ones, whatever they are. And then I figured out some stuff and tried to automate these, but they're a pain in the butt to automate. The Gregtechs are so hard to automate. They don't do... There's no like good... Like items in inventory suck things out, that's great, but to try to get stuff in here, I was trying to get like a signal for when it's low or whatever, but you can't just have a signal come on when it's empty, because it will only put a few items in there, not enough to... Because you need like 16 of something before it'll actually start grinding them. It was just a pain. But I got some of this figured out. So we got an assembly line for netherrack. And I had a sign here with netherrack. A little picture of netherrack item frame, but it didn't do anything. So if I put netherrack in the hopper, it's going to go in here and it's going to start working once it gets enough in there. Did that count look like it just reset? Yeah, there it is. It's starting to move. And that will push things out, and some things will go into the industrial centrifuge, mainly the netherrack dust, and if there's any byproducts, they will go... So netherrack dust will go down into another industrial centrifuge, and then whatever's left goes up in here. I think it produces gold nuggets also, which is kind of cool. And then this thing produces a bunch of these cells. And then over here, I had another sign. Yeah, no signs anymore. Clay. So clay blocks, you macerate them into clay dust, and I already did that for some of them, and I got clay dust in here, and what's the problem with you? Oh, you need more empty cells. And that's probably not enough. It's kind of enough. Yeah, so this is also automated to where I just put clay blocks in the macerator. It automatically turns them into dust. And then the dust comes down here and it automatically electrolyzes them. And this seems to be the right amount of overclockers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to make it fast enough to actually put dust in here as fast as it uses them. And this is a little tricky because these are medium voltage. That's medium voltage, and being Gregtech, you pretty much just give it its own MFE. And this is low voltage, so it needs 32 EU a tick, and that's its own dedicated bat box. And this is a regular Thaumcraft macerator, which does need the 32 EU a tick, but it doesn't need its own bat box. But I have to make sure not to cross these wires. Things will blow up. It will get messy. The clay dust gets me aluminium. Yeah, in fact, what do we do with the aluminium? Do I have to put it in a blast furnace? Uses. Aluminium, not to be confused with aluminum. Yeah, industrial blast furnace turns it into ingots. So let's grab all of this actually, because I don't have anything else to do with it. I got 2 of these bad boys, so let's just do that. Yeah, we'll use some of this power, because these railcraft boilers, they're going to consume fuel whether the power is being used or not. Yeah, so there's Gregtech. Like I said, make sure you know what you want to make, and then just start building the Gregtech machines you need to make it. And look at all the stuff in NEI, because the recipes all change with Gregtech. So if you look stuff up on a wiki, it may be wrong. The Gregtech versions may be different. Who really knows? And I've been making a lot of these impregnated sticks, and we make impregnated frames. So let's grab some of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just jumping all over the place, and I will clean this up. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this bee sorting thing that started out clean and turned into chaos. I think the auto crafting tables all moved down over here to the this assembly line thing I got over here. I don't really have a whole lot of room though. I got room for one more in the middle here, and then I have to push this out in order to make more room here. And these turtles, my slave turtles, are working away. How come you guys facing funny? Weird. And frames. It was really weird when I stuck 6 frames in this chest at once, and eventually this will be an ender chest. When I stuck 6 frames in at once, they all just kind of looked like they only went in the top 2, but they actually did go everywhere. So one frame goes up, and it goes off to the right, and the next frame will go up, and go off to the left, and there's a frame in here now. Oh, you fail. That's what I get for gambling. So if I put these in really slowly, they should actually all go in the right spots, but I think it's going to fail and send too many to the right. Yes, it did. So we'll have to catch that one when it comes in here. Maybe. I missed it. Damn it. But one of the things we're going to do with the bee sorting over here is we got these tanks. So I made some bigger tanks. So they were 7 by 7. I had 3 of them here. And I made these 2 into 9 by 9, and I pushed them back far enough that I can make this one into 9 by 9, but I haven't actually done it yet. Which means this stuff looks even more chaotic, so we're definitely going to have to move all this stuff around. But the other thing that I built was this isolator. And let's take a look with our charging pouch. Grab our magic crescent hammer. So the isolator, you can see it has power, but it's kind of discharging. I think some of these do too. Yeah, so I have all these shut off. So you can see the redstone energy conduit. The blue bar there means outputting energy, and the orange bar means inputting energy. And what it is the splicer, you can see it has no energy. Neither does the sequencer, and neither does the acclimatizer, and this one's draining energy. And these are all set. It doesn't actually suck energy out, but when you flip the pipe this direction, it keeps these things from slowly draining power out of your base, which I probably don't really need, but we're going to flip this one back on, and it should charge up pretty fast. So we want to use this isolator, and it's the first part of the genetic coding. You need these empty serum vials, which are gold, or royal jelly, some gold and some glass panes, pretty easy to make. And then we're going to use the industrious drones, I believe is the ones we want to use. So if we look at the industrious drones, does this only take 1 pollen? Or 1? Yes, it only does. So these have a short lifespan, a normal speed. They don't pollinate. They take flowers. They have high fertility. They have an area effect. They have no effect. So there's lots of good things in these bees. But they are not nocturnal. These are my busy workers though, so what I really want is the speed at normal at least, because I think that's the best I have. And maybe the lifespan shortest, maybe the fertility, I don't know. But we want to, whoa, we want to throw bees in the air. We want some of the traits out of these bees.
So we're going to stick them in the isolator and stick some empty serum vials in here, and we're going to see what we get out of there. And what do you know? I filled up a whole episode with pretty much Gregtech and bees. We did get our drill and our chainsaw upgraded though, so that's kind of cool. And we started some automation stuff with the bees and things like that. I really want to get into this stuff here though, this Mistcraft, and do a Mistcraft age. But I think we'll have to wait for next episode to do that. And I had to make some ink, so this is an infinite water source. Not my idea. I actually have one of these in my vanilla world. There's like 9 water source blocks above here. And in Feed the Beast you can put like covers so that you don't get the water droplets down below, and I use that for the brewing stuff too. In fact, how did this work out? Did they all go in the correct order? 2-minute regen potion. I think that's right. Cool. So, can I put you guys on the... Yep. Now I got potions on a little potion stand. Pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to wrap it up here. And then next time, we'll take a look and see how much of a messy Mistcraft world I made, and whether we blow up right away or not. But just like dying to wisps, 7 wisps or whatever. Yeah, we'll get to that next time. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing, and we'll catch you guys later.